In my previous video, I built an AI desktop companion robot named Joy.
Hi there! Just a friendly robot on the desk?
He could talk with me, answer my questions, and honestly, I really enjoyed using him. But there was still one problem. Can you play some music?
Want some music, Saget? I've got a playlist ready.
Every time I asked Joy something, my question was sent over the internet to an AI server. The server generated a response, sent it back, and then Joy spoke the answer through a speaker. Which means if the internet stops working, Joy stops working too. The more I thought about it, the more it bothered me. I built Joy with my own hands, but his brain was living somewhere else. Every answer depended on someone's server. In that way, Joy wasn't really thinking for himself. After a lot of research, I came across the ZimaBoard2. The most people use it as a NAS or home server, but I had a different idea to use it as the brain of my robot. Well, there was only a way to find out, so I ordered a ZimaBoard2 NAS kit. A few days later, the package finally arrived. Inside the box, I found the Zima board itself and the NAS kit. The first thing that surprised me was the size. When I finally held it in my hand, it was surprisingly compact, and despite being small, there is actually quite a lot packed into it. The version I bought comes with Intel N150 processor with 16GB of DDR5 RAM and 64GB of built-in storage. For running local AI models and future projects, that seemed like pretty good starting point. Looking around the board, we have dual Ethernet ports, USB ports, mini HDMI, power input, and PCIe slot for future upgrades. And that's something I really like because it means this project doesn't have to stop here. The power adapter also came with plug attachments for different countries, which honestly surprised me. I've never seen that included with a board like this before. As I bought NAS kit because I already know this project is going to grow over time, but right now I just want to run AI locally. But eventually I'll need more storage for AI models, project files, robot logs, and whatever crazy ideas come next. Now it is finally time to power it on. I connected the power adapter and also plugged in an Ethernet cable. Since it can easily be managed directly through a web browser, I didn't need any external monitor, keyboard or mouse. So I entered its IP that you can easily find on your router's app or through admin login. And just like that, I was greeted by Zima OS. My first impression was actually pretty good. Everything looked clean, simple, and easy to understand. From here, I could install apps, manage storage, and control the whole system. It even includes support for virtual machines, so if you want to run different operating systems, you can easily do that. But the thing I was most interested in was the App Store, because this is where you can turn this little computer into an AI machine. The first app I installed was Olama. Olama lets you download and run AI models locally. Then I also installed the OpenWeb UI. This gives a simple chat interface like ChatGPT where you can interact with those AI models. The setup was surprisingly easy, and few clicks later everything was ready. Now both hardware and software were ready. The only thing missing was AI model itself. For our first test, I downloaded Quen 3 0.6b. It's a small model but perfect for getting started. A few minutes later, the download finished. Now came the moment I had been waiting for. I opened a new chat, typed my first question, and waited. Honestly, I wasn't expecting anything amazing. This was a completely stock Zima board, no SSD, no external GPU, just the board itself running a local AI model. There had to be some compromises, but a few moments later, the answer appeared. And honestly, that felt me really cool. For the first time, I was talking to an AI model running entirely on the computer right sitting here on my desk. I asked some other questions too, a few robotics, some general knowledge. I also experimented with few different AI models to see how they perform on the hardware. Some were faster, some were slower, but some were very smart. But what surprised me most was how capable this board felt. For something that fits in the palm of my hand, I was genuinely impressed. Now, this is just the beginning right now. It's simply running AI locally, but that's not the real goal. The real goal is giving my robot a brain of its own. I want to give a Joy a brain that actually lives inside him. That one keeps working even the internet disappears. That one remembers things, that one connect to sensors, hardwares, and future upgrades. I also want to try larger models and memory, connect more devices, and slowly turn this into something much bigger than a simple AI chatbot. That's why I bought the ZimaBoard2. It's not just to run AI locally, but to give Joy a brain of its own.